Hey, what's up guys? This is DJ Elevate. I'm here with a quick tutorial on how to do color splash. So let's get started. I've already preloaded my photo editing software. I like to use Photoshop CS3, Lightroom, and Elements, but for this project I'm gonna go ahead and use Photoshop CS3. So this is a picture I took of a friend's car a couple days ago. He wanted to do a test photo shoot, and I told him I'd do all his pictures in color splash. So let's get started. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to go, once you uploaded your picture onto your photo editing software, you're going to go to select all. Okay. Then you're going to go to file, new, and you're going to open a new clipboard preset palette. Basically, you don't have to name it right now. You can name it when you save it. And the number one thing you have to look for when you're opening this new document is it has to be the same exact resolution as your picture. So for instance, my picture is 3056 pixels by 2292. That's what I want my new white background to be. And always make sure it's white. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and hit OK. Now there we go, we have our new white background. Now what you want to do is you want to take your original picture and you want to paste that image onto this new white background. So what you do is you hit edit, paste, and bam, there we go. Now your picture's pasted on your new white background. Okay, so now if you notice to your toolbar, if you notice at the bottom there's a black palette and a white palette. For this preference, you always want to make sure excuse me, that was my cell phone. You always want to make sure the black palette goes on top and the white on bottom. Now, to get yourself into grayscale, what you want to do is take layer, you click on layer, hit new adjustment layer, and go to gradient map. And like I said, don't worry about naming this map or anything like that. Just make sure there's no color, the mode is normal. Go ahead and hit OK. Now you're in grayscale. Now what you want to do is click on this drop box and you want to select the third black and white palette. Excuse me. You want to select the third black and white palette. Go ahead and select it, hit OK, now you're in grayscale. Now if you notice at the bottom right layer index box, you have 3 layers. Before you start color splashing, you want to make sure you're on your gradient map layer, which is already highlighted. And if I were to select that one, that's your original picture and that's your new white background. But you always want to make sure before you start coloring that you're always on your gradient layer. Now what you want to do, double check your palettes, make sure the black is on top, white on bottom. Then you want to select your brush. For something this big, I like a medium brush, so 65 is perfect for me. Basically, it depends on your preference. So let's get started. So now what you want to do is you can either click or you can hold your mouse button down and just drag back and forth and just fill in the color. Basically what you're doing is you're converting from grayscale back to color. And just basically just go all along these lines. Try to stay in the lines as much as possible, but if you come out, it doesn't matter. And I'll show you why in just a second. Okay, so I got this part of the light. Okay, now for instance, let's say you do go out of the lines, like right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's a little purple. So now what you want to do is you want to flip your palettes at the bottom of your tool box right there. So now what you want to do is you just go over what you went out, basically just like that, and voila, it just goes right back to grayscale. Now flip it back over and you can continue, and it's like it never happened. I wish this was available when I was a kid. Anyways, so yeah, so basically just back and forth, you're filling in the color, that's all you're doing. I mean, it's pretty simple. And if for these fine little lines, if you really want to get fine into it, you can always select a smaller brush. I got a pretty big, huge brush right here. There you go. Now there's the tail light, completely color splashed. There you go. So now, what you want to do is you want to go to your layer index box down at the bottom right, and you want to right click on your gradient map layer. And you see this right here where it says merge visible? Click on that. And what it does is it merges all the layers together. That way you have one single layer, not three. And that's pretty much it. And always make sure you save your work, no matter what. Because I've gotten to the point where I'll finish it so fast that I will forget to save it, and I go and look for it, I have no idea where it's at. So always make sure you save your work. So please, if you have any questions about this or needs more help, go ahead and comment me, or leave me a message, and please subscribe. Thank you.